Hang on. Yeah, you can go ahead.
All right. I think like the volume might be a little bit messed up with you, but we'll see how it goes. Alrighty. All right, we're live. Sweet.
All right.
So
go ahead and start us off.
Yeah, man. I'm on here with Crypto Face. Welcome, Crypto Face. This should be interesting. I mean, there's I guess some drama going on with DailyDivs, and kind of wanted to get your perspective because I respect your opinion, and I wanted to kind of get your side of the story. Now, I kind of know some of that's like what you've been telling me, and I understand kind of what's going on with the whole Ethereum Classic, debacle, I guess you could say. But maybe if you just want to give us a little bit of your opinion on DailyDivs, because some people just kind of want to get a little bit of an update on that.
Yeah, so I'll try to I guess bring the whole story short, up to speed, if no one knows what happened. So me and Oracle, got in to start pumping DailyDivs. No one else knew about it. DailyDivs was, another contract like many, and Oracle and I as well, get offers from all kinds of contracts and new platforms, yada yada yada. So this was one that reached out to him, and we decided to pump it. And throughout, I guess the few weeks that we were in DailyDivs, Oracle and myself would guide kind of Jason, the developer, on a lot of aspects with DailyDivs, right? From minute little details to new things up and coming, and we pumped that contract up pretty good. We were proud of ourselves. Everyone's happy. All of our people have made their money back and then some. There's a lot of potential, right? The smart lending thing, a lot of good little characteristics. So 4 or 5 days ago, the developer of DailyDivs had the idea of adding another contract, and I love the idea for a couple reasons. The main reason being not only myself, but a lot of other people wish that they put in more, right? And you always want something new. In order for these contracts to last long, there has to be new things added. There has to be fresh stuff, right?
Innovation.
They're not selling any products. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I was just saying innovation.
Okay. Yeah, there needs to be innovation. So it's unlike, let's say, like a arbitraging, for example, where that's trading something and making money, and that's how people get paid. These contracts are different, right? They make money off of people coming in and trading around or playing around, right? So the new contract was going to be a way for just people, DailyDivs. So, for example, I know Time is Crypto said, well, why would you want to get into another contract when we already have this one, right? So my question is if P3D, for example, is so good, why not just invest your money back into P3D? Why did you get into DailyDivs? And the answer is, well, because you can get into DailyDivs early and make the gains. That's why we all do this, is to make gains because we think it's going to go higher. Is that safe to assume?
Yeah.
Right? Now, and I have all the chat logs and everything. I posted on my channel, all of my chat logs. So here's the real problem. Let's get to the real problem is behind closed doors, right? We were supposed to launch this contract. We were told the contract was going to launch. We had days of new money that was whales, people that wanted to get in more. There was improvements that we wanted to be done with DailyDivs, a lot of them from the card game to volatility adjustments that we were going to be able to add to the new DailyDivs Ethereum, the classic contract, right? And we were going to make it a point that DailyDivs has its place with smart lending and the 1.3%, and that's great. And the Ethereum Classic was going to be a little more volatile. The price was going to move a little bit up more and down more, and people sold, right? So it's going to be, I guess you could say, a little more riskier, and yes, people can sell, and if there's more movement. What matters with these contracts is life, is movement, whether it's up or down, right?
Yeah. Volume.
Everyone just made a bunch of money if you're in DailyDivs from that sell-off.
Yeah.
No one's losing money, right?
I made about 200 bucks.
Yeah. And so the main issue is that the communication just decided to disappear. And rather than saying, hey, I don't think the Ethereum classic contract is a good idea now, it was, okay, we're going to launch the Ethereum contract, hang up the phone, 2 minutes later, we're not going to launch the contract. There was no, hey, here's why I think it's a bad idea. How can we come to a solution where everyone's happy? This isn't even business 101. This is kindergarten. You learn that if you have differences and you've worked together on a project, you bring it up and you communicate and you figure it out. So that is what blew me away. Now, on the live stream that we were just on, I have put myself out to say, hey, I don't even want to call it debate, but I will discuss. I'm so willing to discuss. I'm an open book on why I feel like this should be this way or whatever. We come to an agreement, but no one wanted to do it. I messages Jason, the developer, 100 times saying, hey man, can we chat? Can we chat? Oh, I have some things we want to talk about, whatever. And, whatever. Like, he really just wanted to work with the Oracle, and that's cool. So maybe things that me and Oracle talked about didn't get communicated. The issue was that there was no communication after 5 days of saying we're going to do something, and then hanging up a telephone after saying we're going to do it, and then switching it. You just got not only lied to, but there was no communication. I can't work with people like that. Like, you can't, doing that isn't healthy. And any wise business person, like, when you see those patterns, like, what the hell? So the problem was communication just disappeared. It was full gun, full blazing, and just the fact that there was no communication boggles me. I offered Time is Crypto 4 or 5 times. Say, hey man, we can discuss it on stream or off stream through voice. He doesn't want to do it. Instead, on the live stream, they want to interject. Oh, well, you're just doing it just to make money for himself. They want to call me greedy, say I'm scamming. Yet they won't let me defend myself on voice. You can't defend yourself in chat, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And they're misreading my questions. I had a question for Jason, right? And they even twist the question that I asked to try to turn it into the question they want me to ask. So my question is to you guys, Time is Crypto, Jason, and everyone else out there that's watching this and going to watch this, is why run? I'm not here to be unprofessional. All I ever wanted from the start was the communication, because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, no, I hear it, man. I think communication's key. Like, I've been having a breakdown in communication while I've been here, on kind of like some separate issues. But I think that that's important if you're going to be promoting a platform and you agree on something, which is like I'll get the story from Jason, see if he's got a different perspective. I'm sure he's gonna have his own opinion. There's 2 sides to every story. So, I get where you're coming from, and so I try to, I try to be very like open and having a open line of communication. I hope everyone feels comfortable coming up and talking to me, and usually that's been a good thing for me. So I'm, it just sounds like kind of just miscommunication that turned into emotional. Kind of like emotionally charged negativity, and that just kind of...
You also can't say that the DailyDivs community is 10 or 20 people on a Monday morning in the Discord. Most people most people have jobs or careers, and they're out doing things, and you can't just let an echo chamber with literally, there's 2 confirmed, and I know this because they follow me, there's 15-year-old kids that were in there on the Discord at that time. They're like, no, do this, do that, and like, you're making a decision off that. In the end, if we wanted to cancel the contract, That's one thing where it's like, okay, that would have sucked. We could have come up. We could have come up with the solution. And they're like, oh no, there could have been no benefit to the Ethereum people. There couldn't be any solutions. That's wrong.
It sounds
there
like
could have been hell. We could have changed to Bitcoin Cash or Ethereum or done something completely different. The point is I don't think they really understand true marketing. That's like the issue. You don't tell someone you're going to do something for 5 days straight. It was their idea. You know what I mean? His idea. He asked if we could market it. We said yes, hell yes, and then say, boom, we can do this, do that, do that. And then just to turn on a dime, I'll literally right off the phone call, because the people, the quote-unquote community, the little community got in, recently, and they were worried that people were going to dump the Divs contract to get into the Ethereum Classic contract. And no one important was going to do that. No one important was going to do that. Why? Then you pay more? It's like let's say you have do you have any brothers or sisters? Let's say you have brothers and sisters. Imagine if you have a kid and you tell your wife you want to have another. It's like saying, well, then we're not going to be able to love the first one as much. The first one's going to get less food. We're not going to be able. The first one's going to get less milk. No, you grow, and it would have brought a net gain. Let's say even if people sold, but let's say there's 20% more people found out about the DailyDivs community because of the new contract. That is a net gain. It brings us more content. It expands us on YouTube. It expands your friends, your family, whoever gets in. It would have brought a net gain in a big one. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, volume in these contracts is key, and I think there's also a level of adoption that kind of falls off after a while. There's a lot of the kind of early adopter types that jump into these contracts. So a lot of people that jumped into Wall Street, from the get-go, made out really, really well. Like I was, I watched Oracle's video where he was kind of doing testimonials and whatnot. So that's with a lot of the smart contracts, like that's kind of been the name of the game. Is like get in early, wait for it to kind of come up and pop, and sell, and that becomes kind of like the whole kind of negativity behind like the whole pump and dump, which is something that we have seen quite a bit of in the altcoin market, but not as much now that especially with kind of like the larger pairs where it's much harder to do something like that. You can do that in a smaller market if you're smart about what you're doing. But I'm kind of with you. Like I want to see sustainability in the smart contract space because I've got DApp Radar up right now, and it's a lot different than what we saw a long time ago. Like the whole everything's changed.
A week ago, so we just had the whole goal behind all this was to form the greatest YouTuber alliance, right? We're all skipping jolly together. We all put our heads together on any major decision, right? And we grow, we add better games, interaction, and I guess that's just, I'm I'm shocked that someone that's leading one of these projects, I'm shocked that there's just no communication. If anything, especially it was a big slap in the face of the Oracle. And maybe some people don't realize how much. I mean, if it wasn't for Oracle and me, no one would have ever found out about DailyDivs. And time is crypto. You can say that you didn't find. He says he found it on DApp Radar. Okay, yeah, right. You saw because it was either on because you were watching the Oracle. I'm not even gonna say myself. It could have been me too. The only reason it's on DApp Radar is because of us. And I'm not saying that to be a dick. I'm saying that what matters behind these platforms is the people that are running it and the people that are promoting it. If you have a big that whole non-communication where it just turned off in a second and there was no discussion. In fact, there was no backbone. He didn't even have the backbone to tell him it wasn't going to happen. He told him we're launching it. Bam! Hang up the phone. Literally 2 minutes later on the Discord, he said it wasn't happening. Are you kidding me? What do you think? What do you think kind of reaction that's going to cause? Man, we had some people lined up, and so now it's like, okay, things are juggled. But I'm excited about the Wall Street game. Very excited because we're going to be doing what we should have been doing with DailyDivs. So I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, he made an executive decision. It is, you know, his kind of project and whatnot. And kind of like one of the things I mentioned on my stream about you guys is kind of having the ability to control the vision and the direction of a particular platform and project, and having a very good relationship and communication, open lines of communication with developer or development team. I'm wanting the same thing, and I've expressed like I'm willing to travel to find the right team that's going to be able to do that, because it seems to me that a lot of really talented developers are going to be foreign. They're going to be kind of outside the U.S. I think even Jason. I have to confirm this, but I believe he also works with developers, outside the U.S. And he's kind of like the project lead in a sense, and he's able to.
Yeah, I mean that's always like you can like absolutely. He's the one that's got the key to the code. He can change whatever he wants, but like that's still no excuse for how you do business and how you don't just turn on the. You don't just turn off the communication with the two people you've been working with closest, right? On so many details, and lie, and just turn off communication. You're supposed to be a man, or a human even. Not even about being a man or woman. Say, hey, like I don't want to do the Ethereum contract. Here's why. Like, what can we do to make sure that we don't cause something like this? Like, can we should everyone should leave the table, and knowing that this is the decision and that's that. Not it's an absolute surprise right after I told you we were going to do it. And so it's not the way I believe you should do business or do life. And if someone thinks that's the way, like, I don't want to work. I sold my tokens too. I sold my tokens so no one could accuse me of trying to collect the profits from it. So
I'm just checking my chat right here. Some of the people are kind of talking about the concept of kind of the ego, narcissism in crypto. Some of these topics, and so I think some of that is a little bit more directed at a very eccentric guy in Oracle. So I have a very open mind with Oracle. I think he's a funny guy. I understand some of the criticism and some of the negativity surrounding some of his actions. And I think part of it is you have to take some of what some of these different promoters or marketers are doing with a grain of salt. Like some of the same criticism was swirling around with Craig Grant and Trevon back when BitConnect was going on, and I've met those guys in person, and I like both of them. So a lot of people like Trevon, but they say they don't like Craig. Like I like Craig. I know he's done a lot of kind of fucked up shit at certain times, but I've always liked, and part of it is a respect element, because from an athletic standpoint, from being like an athlete, you respect guys that have that laid the foundation a little bit before you. And a lot of people don't realize that Craig was one of the first guys on Steemit and YouTube doing videos and things like that way back when no one, there was no one doing these types of things. And so it's very difficult for me to go after or to criticize someone that's been in the space longer, because they've kind of seen things from a little bit of a different angle. And I also want to kind of bring in some of their perspectives, but also offer my perspective. And again, like, I think there's too many people in this space that were that are going to place blame on people for a particular platform not doing well, or scamming out or something like that, and they're going to blame the person marketing it. At the same time,
communication is key. You know what I mean? The whole blame game. I gotta take this phone call, man. Give me 1 second.
All right. Let me check in with the chat a little bit. What's going on, guys? Let's see here. Crypto Country Boy. Did Frank see his Wall Street contract in his crystal ball?
you know, so at the end of the day, like, I'm sure some people that are coming in late, like I explained, like if you rewind, but I find it funny how Time is Crypto refuses to chat with me live stream on voice. Like, what are you running? What are you running away from? You can badger my name all you'd like to when I can't defend myself. And that's just, I don't know, that's, I've offered a million times. I reached out to Jason a million times to try to discuss everything. You know, this isn't on me. I reached out for all the communication we could, and I explained, you know, we had our reasons of why the contract would have been fine. No one would have dumped DailyDivs. I mean, look, even DailyDivs, according to you guys, survived this for now, right? So you guys wouldn't have had anything to worry about. There would have been a net gain. More people would have found out about the Divs community. With the new contract, there would have been a net gain. Even let's say if 10% of people sold, if some minnows, some people that don't matter sold their $500 worth or $1,000 worth, right? Then you would have made money off that. And you would have been able to get into the new contract, go twice as hard, make much more. The volatility was going to be up. The smart lending was there, the 1.33%. DailyDivs generated enough money for that to go on for probably a good little while. The new contract was going to serve another purpose as well. Yes, we all want to make more money. Yes, we all wish we put more into trades and more into it in the beginning. I'm not running away from that. I'm not running away from anyone. Anytime, anywhere, on any live stream. So,
yeah.
There you go, folks.
Yeah. Just checking in with the chat. I'll just wipe my ass with all smart contract tokens. Bunch of DApp Ponzi's. Real live movie we call crypto. Miley was a retired hooker. What's to miss? What's up, Clover? Run for crypto president? That'd be interesting. Having some sort of, like, I mean, fuck, man. Like, that's what I love about crypto. Anything's possible. Like, you can,
Yeah, I can't believe some of these people are so, they can be so smart and then, like, just do things that, I'm sorry, are so stupid. You don't tell the people that you're working with, let's even say take me out of it. Let's just take me out of it. Let's say it's just him and Oracle. You told Oracle the new contract was Jason's ID, right? Asked if we could market it. Yeah, boom. This is okay. For 5 days, it's all right. We're doing this. We're improving it. He built the code. The page was up, right? And in one day, 10 to 20 people on a Monday morning in the Discord, and one YouTuber that just got into DailyDivs and who's probably worried. And I even told him numerous times, I said, don't worry, bro. No one important is going to dump. But there's going to be new money coming in. The reason why the new money doesn't want to come into DailyDivs is because they want to get in earlier. The same reason why everyone got into DailyDivs, and they didn't just sink more money into proof of we cans right now. Mm-hmm. And if Time is Crypto wants to deny that, well, then we'll see whose true colors. I've been seeing this true colors thing, and everyone wants to, people want to assault my character, yet not do it. Not do it on voice. Do it only when I can't defend myself. What does that show you about someone's character? Yeah. What kind of character is that show? I'm a forgiving man. I could bury this shit in a heartbeat. I could be absolute friends with Jason and Time is Crypto in 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
I think if y'all hatched it out over a beer or something, all would be good. I think.
Yeah, and then we could work something out too. We could even conjoin force. You have Wall Street, you have DailyDivs, and you figure out a way to move fucking forward. Mm-hmm. That's called growth. That's called business. There's enough money in crypto to go around. There is no reason to cause these little bullshit divides. Like, and you know what? They're saying that I call people names. I don't just call people names unless they attack me, okay? So if I called someone a nerd, God forbid, probably because they said something first. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have thick skin in this space. I mean, I've been called a lot worse. Yeah, I've had death threats, man. Like, it's that serious. You know, you run into a situation where, you know, I think that in a lot of ways, like people, you know, like you said, people have jobs. Like this is not like a full-time thing for a lot of people. So they don't have the time. Sometimes they don't have the time to do a lot of necessary research, and they rely on guys like us to kind of, you know, kind of add some transparency, kind of adds, you know, kind of give them an update, you know, so while they're driving or while they're doing, you know, something, they can flip out their phone and start learning, you know, quite a bit about, you know, a particular project just based on someone's experience. You just, you know, again, there's so much of that. Do your own research, and you gotta also take responsibility for your decisions. If you decide to get into something, you gotta, like, crypto's risky. Like, if anyone doesn't realize that, you're fooling yourself.
So I want everyone to look at this. So the whole point of the new contract was supposed to be that it has more volatility, which creates more volume. Look, in a day and a half on DApp Radar, Wall Street Game has done over twice as much volume as DailyDivs in the past 7 days. In the past 7 days, there's 2,300 Ethereum volume. In the Wall Street market, there's been almost 5,000, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the whole point of what the new contract was supposed to be. I reached out to Jason 100 times. 100 times. I have it in the chat. So, according to us, it was full guns blazing. We were so excited about the new contract, dude. That day, that morning, we did like a 45-minute video just pumping it and how we're going to make it better. The card game is going to be better. DailyDivs was going to serve its purpose. No one in DailyDivs has to worry. And you know what? Whoever sells in DailyDivs, they're stupid. We'll take their shit.
What's the coming soon? Like, I'm just looking at the main website. Could you maybe go over that?
Tell you that, bro. Come on now. That's coming soon on Friday. It's going to be the first game. I am so excited about the new Wall Street developer because what I always wanted in P3D and all these platforms is real games. And I'm not saying this game this Friday is going to be Pokemon, right? It's going to be sick, and there's going to be a lot of money that's made. I almost kind of want to give a hint, but I don't want to give it away. But all I'm going to say is with the bond game, there's people turning 10 ETH into 50 ETH, and so, but there's people that are left out, and so the new game is going to be for anyone, and everyone can get in, get some action, make some gains, and you know what? In these games, there's in any game there's winners and losers. The worst thing you can have in an Ethereum contract is someone that's trying to hide, like, hey, there's a potential for loss, right? Like, oh, everything's daisy, it's unlimited new money. That's fake. That's fake. So in games, there's winners and losers. It's going to be clear how you win, clear how you lose. Obviously, you're not going to want to put the farm or rent money on any game or anything like this, right? Mm-hmm. But man, it's going to be sick. And so I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to it. I have no ill will against anybody. You know, DailyDivs it's their baby. Their baby now. And they believe, you know, they can carry it. So good luck to them. But we could have all been together. And all this new money could have been a part of the Divs community. We could have figured it out together. But too many Indians, too many Chiefs, not enough Indians.
Yeah, I just want to give you a heads up. Like, I got about 5 minutes, and I got to get head to the airport.
I gotta go too, man. I got to bounce out of here. But thanks for having me on, and you're awesome, Clover.
Yeah, awesome. Well, yeah, let's do it again. I always enjoy streaming with you. So I'm gonna do a stream for those of you guys that don't know, or I guess I haven't really mentioned this, but I'm gonna do a stream with Jason. So I'm going to get his side of the story and I guess play mediator in a sense, because I mean, I want to see this space, these contracts, you know, do well. I want to see some authenticity and some transparency. Like I've you know, people have kind of reached out to me and given me like different opinions on both, you know, like some of the people I've been, you know, talking with, you know, Jason in particular, and I always have like a, you know, I always say I have an open mind. I'm not really trying to pass judgment or anything on anyone, because everyone's going to have a different experience and is coming from a different background. And so like I try to kind of maintain some, you know, some, you know, just just kind of an open mind, I guess, in that sense. But yeah, I appreciate you having you on, and yeah, let's do it again. I'd love to talk about some other stuff that's not too negative as well. There's a lot of other stuff that you know, maybe we could put our heads together and see what you think. Like the whole 333 ETH contract. It's #2 on DApp Radar. I don't know if you've looked into that a little bit. I've been looking into that space like a little bit. It's all Russian. Like and they got this new one, this Infinity one, that's even more, and it's all Russian if you're looking at the whole thing. So, and then the whole fact that, like, you know, an entity like MetaMask is now going to kind of be a centralized agency that's going to pass judgment on what, you know, they are or are not going to interact with. And so you got to kind of pull up maybe some different things like Saturn or some other platforms to interact with these contracts if you want to get into them. Like, I can't get into 333 ETH because MetaMask won't let me. So I got to, you know, basically like figure out a workaround if I wanted to kind of get in. Like, I can't even really view the website, you know, without setting that up. So are you there? Did you get off? I think we lost him. All right, guys. So that's that. Appreciate y'all staying online. I'm heading to the airport right now. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about. I'll give you guys an update on it. So, all right. Appreciate y'all staying online. I'll catch you on the next one.